Premier's Pace. Maple Grove Helios on the rail for Harold Shepard. 2 is Rapid Chuck and Jody Hennessy. Scott LaRue 3 and Walter Chevrolet. 4, Sean C. Down and Steve Mason. Picks by day is 5 for Gary McDonald. 6, 4x4 and Tim Mercetti. Princetown Jamie is 7 for Terry Gallant. Reimer Jim trailing 8 for Paul McDonald. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go, and Scott LaRue goes off stride getting away. Maple Grove Helios leaving out, and Picks by Day is going right with him in second. Reimar Jim followed through at the rail third. Rapid Chuck on the turn fourth. Racing fifth, Sean C. Down. Outside around the turn 6 is 4x4. Then in seventh, Princetown Jamie, and the trailer is Scott LaRue. They're turning up the back stretch. Picks by Day is being sent to the lead now by Gary McDonald. Maple Grove Helios is second. Reimar Jim at the rail now third. Up into fourth is Rapid Chuck. 4x4 on the outside is fifth. The quarter in 29 and 1. They're moving over now to 3-8, and they're led there by Picks by Day. Leading it a length on Maple Grove Helios along the rail second. Up on the outside and moving after them now third. That is 4x4. In at the rail fourth, Reimer Jim, Princetown Jamie. Now on the outside with the cover fifth. Moving out of sixth, Sean C. Down. Seventh, Rapid Chuck, and the trailer. That is Scott LaRue, the half in 59 and 1. Racing around the paddock turn on by 5-8. Led by Picks by Day. Maple Grove Helios right on his back is second. Princetown Jamie a 3 wide coming third. Coming up fourth between them is 4x4. 3 wide now on the outside. Sean C. Down fifth. 3/4. They're gone by the station in 1:30 flat. Picks by Day has an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Princetown Jamie on the outside second. Racing after them third. Maple Grove Helios. Reimer Jim in a passing lane. Driving deep in a stretch. Picks by Day. Princetown Jamie. Maple Grove Helios. Reimer Jim at the rail. Here they are. Second Quest from 3 and Doug Falcons. Arvois Jimmy from 4 and Mark McDonald. 5 Rick Gambler and Danny McDonald. 6 Sammy's Son in with Walter Chevrolet. Island Rockets on the outside, 7 for Ron Gass. In back trailing 8, the Naked Rain for Toby McDonald. 11th race. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing in the inside 4, leaving out Garvin's Playboy, Keystone My Star, and Au Revoir Jimmy is joining him on the far outside. Garvin's Playboy rough gated around the turn now. They'll arrive at that opening 8, and Au Revoir Jimmy is coming from the outside to take the lead now for Mark McDonald. In at the rail, Keystone My Star will settle up second, racing third. That's Second Quest. At the rail in fourth, the Naked Rain. Island Rocket now fifth, pacing from 6 as they move along the back stretch. On route to the opening quarter is Rick Gambler. Then Sammy's Son in is 7th. Garvin's Playboy has pulled up. The judges have an inquiry underway now in the 11th race. The opening quarter tripped in 29 and 2 fast. They swing off that upper turn for the first time. Down the lane, and the half mile is up and coming. Au Revoir Jimmy showing the way. Second is Keystone My Star. Now moving up on the outside, the Naked Rain is third. Pacing the rail, Second Quest fourth. Island Rocket outside fifth. Then in 6, Rick Gambler. Trailing on the outside, Sammy's Son in is 7th. They arrived at the half in 1:01 flat. Au Revoir Jimmy shows the way at 5-8. Keystone My Star right on his back is second. The Naked Rain on the outside. now third. Racing the rail fourth. Second Quest. Island Rocket now 3 wide fifth. Rick Gambler between horses 6. Trailing the field, Sammy Sunan is 7th. They arrive at the 3/4, and that's Au Revoir Jimmy on the front and opening by 2.5 in a 1:31 flat. Third quarter, 30 seconds. In at the rail, second is Keystone My Star. The Naked Rain back in third. Pacing for the Rick Gambler, and they're driving on down the lane now. Au Revoir Jimmy trying to close it out. Keystone My Star on the outside, not enough. Au Revoir Jimmy. Here they are. Part of the Island Tell Mobility Series. You'll see these pacers back here on Tuesday, and they're set for a Saturday of next week final. Tonight's 12th, Burnin' and Kenny Arsenault, Lark Whistle for Walter Chivalry, Rosina's Road and Jody Hennessy, Hollyview's Jack and Gary McDonald, Endangered Danny Romo. Jagged Storm, Steve Mason, Casimir Parker, Mike McDonald, Almahurst Buggy trailing for Terry Gallant. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing, Endangered leaving out, Lark Whistle going with them, racing third into the turn, Rosina's Road. Burnin' up the rail is 4th, Almahurst the Bucky up the inside is 5th. On the turn in 6 now, that's Hollyview's Jack, pacing from 7th, Jagged Storm, the trailer, Casimir Parker. They're turning on their way to the backside, and Lark Whistle is out in front in line to Walter Chivalry. Second, Rosina's Road, now Endangered, will back up to find a seat towards the inside third. Up on the outside and moving after them 4th. As they pass the quarter mile is Hollyview's Jack, the opening quarter, 28 and 4. They're midway around that upper turn. The backfield now coming in motion. Up front, Lark Whistle is the fraction setter. In at the rail, set up for a 2-hole ride, Rosina's Road. Endangered along the inside third. The first over, now on the outside and moving after them 4th, Casimir Parker. Following the cover, Jagged Storm 5th. Then in 6th, on the outside, Almahurst the Bucky. 7th, Hollyview's Jack, and Burnin' got the shuffle. Now trailing the half, 59 and 1. They're over now to 5/8. Lark Whistle, 3 parts of a length on Casimir Parker. In at the rail, Rosina's Road 3rd. Jagged Storm on the outside, now 4th. Endangered is 5th. Almahurst the Bucky, now 6th. Burnin', 3 wide 7th. Hollyview's Jack trailing the field on by 3/4. Lark Whistle on top in 1:29 flat. Down to an 8 left to go. Lark Whistle, Casimir Parker, in at the rail, Rosina's Road. Jagged Storm on the far outside. They're in deep stretch now. Lark Whistle, Jagged Storm on the outside, but it's Lark Whistle. Here they are. Three, Sky Warrior for Kenny Arsenault. 4, EB's Angel and Joe McRae. Like the Domino 5 and Rod Jameson. 6, Belnon's Emperor with Danny Romo. Rebel Kitten is 7 for Brian McPhee, trailing 8, Harrods Mall with Lenny Myers. 8th race on the gate. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and facing. Sky Warrior leaving out. Racing is 2nd now is EB's Angel. Nick Burnin' at the rail is 3rd. Joining him 4th on the outside is Rebel Kitten. Into the turn, Harrods Mall now is 5th. Pacing from 6th, like the Domino. Then in 7th, Nationdale, the early trailer. As they move to the backstretch, Belnon's Emperor. They all get spots at the Hubler's rail early. They go to the quarter. Sky Warrior under attack early now. EB's Angel drives up on the outside to take the lead now for Joe McRae. Second at the rail is Sky Warrior, racing from third. That's a Rebel Kitten. Fourth at the rail is Nick Vernon. They arrived at that opening quarter mile in 30-2. Racing now to 3/8 they go, and one straight back to 8 they pace. They're chasing EB's Angel. Sky Warrior on her back second. Facing third, Rebel Kitten. In at the rail, fourth is Harrods Mall. Nick Vernon now fifth. Up on the outside, starting to move in sixth. That's Like the Domino. Seventh on the outside, Belden's Emperor, and the trailer, that is Nationdale 8. They arrived at that opening half mile. EB's Angel in a minute and 2/5. Second is Sky Warrior. Rebel Kitten now to the outside in third. Harrods Mall right with them in fourth. Pacing fifth, Like the Domino. Then in sixth, Belden's Emperor. Nick Vernon is seventh. Nationdale on the outside, trailing the field. Halfway up the backstretch, they approach three-quarters, led by EB's Angel. Second along the rail is Sky Warrior. Harrods Mall now on the outside, third, three-quarters, gone in 1:31-1. They're down to an eighth to go. EB's Angel by a couple. Harrods Mall now on the outside, second. Sky Warrior at the rail is third, and they're racing down the lane. EB's Angel trying to close it out. Sky Warrior, Harrods Mall, and Belden's Emperor, but they won't catch EB's Angel. Here they are. Gold Cup and Saucer Trial number 1. Must be fourth or better to be here in a week for the real thing. On the rail, Bob's Bunny for Steve Mason, 2 Victorious Breeze and Doug McGregor. Elite Colleen 3 for Doc Moore. Southview Matt 4, Brian McPhee. Sandy Hanover 5 and Michael McDonald. Comedy Hour 6, Gil Barrio. Musco Chip 7, Greg Monroe. Point Break is 8 for Gary McDonald. Here they come. They're off in, pacing Victorious Breeze and Elite Colleen, and Comedy Hour flying from the outside into the turn. On their way to the opening 8 they go, and Comedy Hour has sailed to the front for Gil Barrio. Second now, Victorious Breeze. Elite Colleen is third. Racing fourth, that's Southview Matt. Then at the rail, Bob's Bunny is fifth. Pacing sixth, Sandy Hanover. Point Break is seventh. And the trailer, that is Musco Chip. They arrive at the opening quarter mile. And Comedy Hour fronting the field. 28-3 at the quarter. Victorious Breeze with a 2-hole ride. Elite Colleen at the rail third. Pacing fourth. Up on the outside, Sandy Hanover. Then at the rail, Southview Matt is fifth. Bob's Bunny come out sixth. Point Break was already there. He's seventh, and the trailer is Musco Chip. They're halfway home in Trial 1, led by Comedy Hour. Victorious Breeze second. Sandy Hanover laying on the outside third. 58-4 over to the half. Elite Colleen at the rail fourth. Bob's Bunny fifth. Point Break is sixth. Southview Matt seventh. And the trailer, Musco Chip. They move along the backstretch, led by Comedy Hour. Victorious Breeze racing a second. Elite Colleen up the rail third. Sandy Hanover on the outside, now fourth. Southview Matt in a box of the rail fifth. Three-quarters, 1:27-4. They're inside of an 8 left to go. Comedy Hour looking to go coast to coast in Gold Cup Trial number 1. Opening up by 4. Victorious Breeze, Elite Colleen, Bob's Bunny. Here's Trial 1. Comedy Hour for Gil Barrio. Here they are. They're off and pacing the Brown Ranger, Chatham, Mahuchi, and Doozer leaving into the turn. Basically dominant up the rail fourth. Then in fifth, up on the outside, is Island Rat. Sixth up the rail is Woodmere Windrop, and the early trailer, Hookies and Nookie, they're turning up the backstretch. Gordy Hennessy has sent Chattahoochee right to the choo-choo, leading by a couple. The Brown Ranger away second, then in third. At the rail, Doozer. Moving fourth towards the inside is Island Rat. Here comes Woodmere Windrop up on the outside fifth. Basically dominant now, six. Hookies and Nookie on the outside. Now trailing seventh, the opener in a quick 28-4. That's Chattahoochee leading the field of three-year-olds down the lane towards the half. The Brown Ranger is second. There goes Doozer, sent to the outside third. Facing fourth is Island Rat. Woodmere Windrop from the outside fifth. Hookies and Nookie between them six. Trailing the field, basically dominant 58-2. Halfway home time. They're swinging by 5/8. Now they set sail to the backside. Three quarters coming next. Chattahoochee showing the way. The Brown Ranger is second. Doozer first over the outside. Now third. Hookies Nookie a contender. He's now fourth on the outside. Island Red at the rail fifth. Basically dominant sixth. And the trailer, Woodmere Windrop seventh on by three quarters. And Chattahoochee was there in 1:28.2. Fourth division of the Colts turning on down the lane. Chattahoochee, it's a clear four. Doozer now second. Hookies Nookie on the outside third. Deep in the lane. This one goes to Chattahoochee. Here they are. Northern Rain is six for Earl Smith. From the outside, seven, Smokin' Billy and Len McGuigan. Trailing eight, Quackers High Hope for Gilberto. Atlantic Sire Stakes, three-year-old pacing Colts, Division 6, top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing, leaving out is Ordinary Dawn, and Tenderfoot from the outside is going with them into the turn. Facing the rail third is Clonmel Patterson, then racing into fourth. Woodmere Jet rounding the turn fifth is Quackers High Hope. Then in sixth, along the inside, Belle Bill. Seventh is Northern Rain, the trailer. Smokin' Billy, they all got spots at the Hubler's rail early in here. And to the front, that's Ordinary Dawn in line to Phil Pinckney. Second, Tenderfoot, racing away in third. Clonmel Patterson, then up the rail fourth. Woodmere Jet, they arrive at the quarter, 29 3/5. Pacing fifth, at the rail is Quackers High Hope. Here comes Northern Rain, starting the backfield in motion now. He's outside six. Pacing seventh, Belle Bill and the trailer, that's Smokin' Billy. They're marching down the stretch towards the half mile. Ordinary Dawn cutting it out. Tenderfoot with a two-hole ride. Clonmel Patterson third. Northern Rain rushing up on the outside of fourth. Smokin' Billy following him fifth. Then Woodmere Jet is sixth. Belle Bill seventh. And Quackers High Hope is eighth. The half in a minute and 2/5. At the 5/8, Ordinary Dawn turning to the back stretch with a lead. Tenderfoot along the inside second. Northern Rain under urging now on the outside third. Clonmel Patterson fourth at the rail. Fifth upon the outside as they move along the back stretch. That's Smokin' Billy. Sixth at the rail now as they move on by three quarters. Then seventh, Belle Bill, the trailer. Quackers High Hope, 1:31 flat at three quarters. There's a sprint to the finish now, and it's Ordinary Dawn for Pinckney at the rail. Tenderfoot's had a perfect ride up on the outside. He's second, but 2 lengths off them now. Deep in the lane, Division 6 to Ordinary Dawn. Here they are. Two hung jury for Glenn McKay. Woodmere Top Cat 3 and Gordy Hennessy. 4 was a late scratch. 5 is Angel Joy for Gilberto. Crampy's Accolade from 6 and Earl Smith. Daytona Fern 7 and Todd Trite. 2 trailers are 8 Alltog's brother for Joe McCrae and Harry Sherwood for Danny Romo. It's been quite an afternoon of Atlantic Sire Stakes for 3-year-old pacing colts. Here comes the 7th and final division. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Grampy's Accolade is being sent out for the lead. Woodmere Top Cap between horses. He's off stride as they move into the turn now. In at the rail, second is County Line. Racing from third, coming between horses, Hung Jury. Then on the far outside, fourth, Daytona Fern. At the rail in fifth, that's All Talk's Brother. Pacing sixth now. Towards the inside is Harry Sherwood. Then in seventh, they move along the back stretch for the first time is Angel Joy. And the trailer now, that is Woodmere Top Cat. Check trailing goes Harry Sherwood after a break. They pass on the quarter mile, and Grampy's Accolade and Earl Smith were there in 29 and 3. They're leading by 3 at the 3/8. Second is County Line. A Hung Jury at the rail is third. All Talk's Brother pacing fourth. Racing from fifth, up on the outside is Angel Joy. Sixth at the rail now, Daytona Fern. Woodmere Top Cat is seventh, and the trailer, Harry Sherwood. Judges have an inquiry underway now in race number 10. Judges' inquiry in the 10th. It's Grampy's Accolade over to the opening half in 60 seconds flat. Midway round the paddock turn. Division 7 are at the 5/8 now. Grampy's Accolade has Hung Jury just a head back. In at the rail third is County Line, pacing fourth. On the outside is Angel Joy. At the rail, fifth is All Talk's Brother. Then in sixth, Daytona Fern. Woodmere Top Cat is seventh. And the trailer, Harry Sherwood. They arrived at the 3/4. It's still Grampy's Accolade at the rail in 1:30 and 1. Hung Jury on the outside second. County Line at the rail third. All Talk's Brother now fourth. Daytona Fern fifth. And the 7th division of the Atlantic Sires, they're in deep stretch now. Grampy's Accolade. Hung Jury on the outside. All Talk's Brother coming on. Here's the finish. Grampy's Accolade. Here they are. The Guardian Gold Cup and Saucer Trial number 2. Top 4 advance to Saturday night's Gold Cup and Saucer Final. 1 Village Jet for David McGinnis. 2 is Acton Amigo and Gary McDonald. Bow and the Fiddle 3 for Paul McKenzie. 4 Den Master and Brian Andrew. Gentleman J 5 for Ian Moore. Energy Level 6 Marcel Barrio. Not Enough Funds outside 7 for Mike McDonald. Trailing 8, Do Fire and Claude Portier. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Bow in the Fiddle is leaving out towards the rail. Acton Amigo and Not Enough Funds leaving into the turn. Pacing up on the outside. Energy Level now fourth. Then around the turn in fifth. That's Gentleman J facing sixth. Village Jet. Then seventh along the inside, Do Fire in the early trailer. That is Den Master. Rough Keaton on the outside. That's Not Enough Funds. Now at the rail, Bow in the Fiddle for Paul McKenzie. They're out in front. They're over to the opening quarter mile. Second, Not Enough Funds. And at the rail, Acton Amigo is third. The opener, 29 seconds. Midway around the turn for the first time they go. Not Enough Funds on the outside is used hard early. Bow in the Fiddle along the rail now second. Acton Amigo getting a trip third. There goes Gentleman Jane on the outside fourth. Energy Level fifth. Village Jet and on the outside sixth. Do Fire is seventh. Den Master trailing on the outside eighth. They move by the opening half mile. Bow in the Fiddle, 57 and 3. Time of the half. Bow in the Fiddle on top at 5/8. From the outside, coming on second, that is Gentleman Jake along the rail in third. Now Not Enough Funds on the outside of fourth. That is Village Jet pacing fifth. Den Master, Acton Amigo looking for room between them sixth. Energy Level seventh. And the trailer, Do Fire. They're on by 3/4. Bow in the Fiddle opening up on the front. in at the rail. Pacing after them second now. As they move off the turn, they're racing on down the lane in trial number 2. And they're headed home. 3/4, 1:27 and 4. Deep in the lane, Beau in the Fiddle. Village Jet from the far outside, Acton Amigo, but it's Beau in the Fiddle. Colonel Dan trots on the gate with Megan's AJ, Brookridge Power, Scarlet Eve, Princetown Gold, Tough Tuck, Orwell Bay, and Sensuous Almahurst. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and trotting. Tough Tuck going out for the early lead. Second is Scarlet Eve on the outside. Orwell Bay trotting into the turn third. Megan's AJ at the rail is fourth. Brookridge Power rounding the turn fifth. Then in sixth, Sensuous Almahurst, and the trailer on the outside is Princetown Gold. Turning by the eighth and up the backstretch, Tough Tuck at the rail with the lead. He's got that early company. On the outside is Orwell Bay second. In at the rail, racing from third now. Along the inside is Scarlet Eve. Megan's AJ is fourth. Princetown Gold is fifth. Then it's Sensuous Almahurst sixth. The trailer off stride. Brookridge Power on by the opener in 30 and a 2/5. Tough Tuck in line to Boyd McDonald cutting it out. They're approaching on the 3/8. Second is Scarlet Eve. Now getting a breather at the rail in third is Orwell Bay. Megan's AJ trotting fourth. Princetown Gold now moving up on the outside for fifth. Up the rail in sixth, Sensuous Almahurst, and Brookridge Power trailing the field seventh. They're over the opening half mile. Tough Tuck getting them there. Scarlet Eve races second. Orwell Bay is third. From the outside fourth. Princetown Gold trotting the rail. Megan's AJ is fifth. Sensuous Almahurst is sixth. In the backfield trailing seventh. Brookridge Power the half in a 102 flat. They're over now at 5/8. Tough Tuck still showing the way. In at the rail, Scarlet Eve with a 2-hole ride. Princetown Gold now on the outside, up to third. Orwell Bay up the rail is fourth. Sensuous Almahurst now gets fifth. Megan's AJ is sixth. Brookridge Power trailing the field seventh. They're on by 3/4. Tough Tuck still the boss on the front end. Scarlet Eve in at the rail, getting a Garden Journey second. Racing after them third is Orwell Bay, 3/4 in 1:33 and 4, and 8th left to trot. Tough Tuck at the rail. Scarlet Eve now on the outside, set for the stretch drive second. Orwell Bay at the rail third. Princetown Gold fourth. Deep in the stretch now. Tough Tuck is still there. Scarlet Eve on the outside. Tough Tuck. He's with Rymar Jim on the rail and Jody Hennessy. Princetown Jamie 4 and Claire McDonald. Endangered is 5 for Danny Romo. Picks by day 6 and Gary McDonald. Jagged Storm outside 7 for Steve Mason. Burnin' trailing 8 for Kenny Arsenault. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing Rosina's Road, Endangered, and Rymar Jim is going right with them into the turn now. Burnin' following up at the rail is fourth. Pacing fifth, Blackbridge Duke, then at the rail in sixth. As they arrive at that opening eighth is Princetown and Jamie. Racing is seventh. Jagged Storm, and then the trailer is Picks by Day. They move along the backstretch. Endangered coming up on the outside to clear the front for Romo. Second now at the rail is Rosina's Road. Up into third. Rymar Jim at the rail in fourth. Burnen's a handful early. Pacing the rail fifth. Along the inside, Princetown Jamie, big opener, 28 and 2. They're at the 3/8 now, and they're chasing Endangered. Second, Rosina's Road. Here comes Burnin', sent to the outside in third. Rymar Jim at the rail fourth. Princetown Jamie now fifth. Then in sixth, from the outside, Picks by Day. Seventh, up the rail, Blackbridge Duke, and the trailer. That's Jagged Storm. Moving now to the paddock turn for the second time they go. 58 2/5 over to the half now. Endangered still on the lead. It's down to a neck. On the outside, Burnin' is challenging. At the rail in third, Rosina's Road. Then in fourth, Rymar Jim. Princetown Jamie fifth. Picks by Day now sixth. Jagged Storm seventh. And the trailer, Blackbridge Duke. They arrived at the 3/4. It's still Endangered. Burnin', now up to look him in the eye. On the outside, now second. 128 down at 3/4 and an eighth of a mile left to decide it. Endangered at the rail. Burnin' on the outside. Rosina's Road headed on to the passing lane. Princetown Jamie closing in on the outside. Jagged Storm deep in the stretch. Princetown Jamie. Here they are. Sixth race, third division of Atlantic Sire Stakes. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're often pacing. Highlander being sent to the lead. Racing second on the outside is K.R. Jordan. Up the rail, Pine Grove Flight. Into the turn, pacing third. Then up the rail, fourth is Dexter's Image. Along the inside, fifth is Rhonda's Buddy and the trailer. Town Breeze is sixth. They all get settled early, and Paul McDonald has sent Highlander to a 2-length lead as they move to the backside. Second is K.R. Jordan. Then away in third, Pine Grove Flight. Pacing fourth, Dexter's Image. Then in fifth, up on the outside is Town Breeze and the trailer. That's Rhonda's Buddy in sixth. They're on by that opening quarter mile. Highlander showing the way, 30 and 2 the time there. Second towards the rail is K.R. Jordan, racing from third, Pine Grove Flight. Then fourth is Dexter's Image. Town Breeze is fifth. Rhonda's Buddy trailing the field sixth. One straight back to sixth. They swing off the turn for the first time. Down the lane towards the half. Highlander will get them there. Second is K.R. Jordan. Pine Grove Flight is third. Here comes Dexter's Image now on the outside, fourth. Pacing fifth, Town Breeze. Trailing the field, Rhonda's Buddy is sixth. They make their way to the paddock turn as they raced on by the opening half in 101 and 4. Highlander stepping the fractions. From the outside, Dexter's Image now second. In at the rail, third is K.R. Jordan. Pine Grove Flight is fourth. Town Breeze is fifth. Rhonda's Buddy trailing sixth at 3/4 next station, and it's still Highlander at the rail with the lead. At his wheel on the outside, Dexter's Image is second. Pacing right with him in third is K.R. Jordan. Pine Grove Flight is fourth. 3/4 in 1:31 and 4/5. An eighth of a mile left to go. Highlander at the rail. Dexter's Image on the outside second. K.R. Jordan is third. Pine Grove Flight in the passing lane fourth. Division 3 of the 2-year-olds deep in the stretch now. Highlander on the outside. Dexter's Image. Pine Grove Flight at the rail. May need a picture in the sixth. Samson 2 and Walter Chevrolet. Spear Chucker 3 and Herbert Holland. Sunshiner 4 for Denny Romo. Dexter's John 5 and Earl Smith. Sunny Side of Street 6 for Rod Jameson. It's the 5th division of the 2-year-old pacing colts. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Sunny Side of Street on the far outside is leaving out. Spear Chucker is second, between horses third. That is Dexter's John rounding the turn. They're 3 wide en route to the 8th. Pacing fourth at the rail is Island Storm. Then along the inside, Island Samson is fifth, and the Triller as they move to the backstretch en route to the opening quarter mile. Racing the trailing spot, Sunshiner. One straight back to 6 they go, and Earl Smith has guided Dexter's John to the lead at the quarter. Second is Spear Chucker. Here comes Island Storm on the outside. Driving now, they pass a quarter in 29 and 2/5. Island Storm is going to take over now for Gilberto at the 3/8. Second is Dexter's John. Racing third is Spear Chucker. In at the rail, Sunny Side of Street is fourth. Pacing from fifth, that's Island Samson, and trailing the field in 6th, Sunshiner. They're arriving in front of the grandstand. They're over to the opening half mile, and Island Storm is on top there. Second is Dexter's John. In at the rail, Spear Chucker is third. 59 and 4 over to the half. Midway around the paddock turn. They're checking in next at the 5/8. Island Storm getting them there. Dexter's John second. Spear Chucker the rail third. Coming fourth on the outside, Sunny Side of Street. Moving fifth is Sunshiner, and the Triller, Island Samson, approaching on the 3/4. Island Storm getting them there. Sunny Side of Street now on the outside second. Dexter's John at the rail third. 3/4 in 1:31 and 1/5. Round the turn, they have an 1/8 of a mile left to go. The undefeated son of this cam's for you is Island Storm, and he's leading them on down the lane. Dexter's John is second. Island Samson, Sunny Side of Street, deep in the stretch. Division 5 to Island Storm. Here they are. Tide and Roddy Jameson, Hillview Fred and Herbert Holland, Woodmere Elegant and Claire McDonald, Northern Roll, Danny McDonald, Airborne AJ and Kenny Arsenault, Dandy Dexter for Barry Craswell, CL's Boomtown with Earl Smith. It's Atlantic Sire Stakes. It's the 7th and final division of the 2-year-old pacing colts. Here they come. They're off and pacing, slack tied up the rail, leaving out. Northern Roll between horses, and Airborne AJ is joining them on the outside third as they go to the turn. Racing from fourth is Woodmere Elegant. At the rail, rounding the turn, is Hillview Fred in fifth. 6 is Dandy Dexter, and the Triller, CL's Boomtown. Turning up the backstretch, Kenny Arsenault has pointed. Airborne AJ right to the choo-choo now. In at the rail, slack tide is second. Racing up tight in third, Northern Roll. At the rail, fourth. That's a Woodmere Elegant. Hillview Fred is fifth. Dandy Dexter sixth. CL's Boomtown trailing seventh. They're over to the opening quarter mile. Airborne AJ was on top at that station. 30 seconds flat the time. In at the rail, slack tide going second. Racing from third as they move down the stretch is Northern Roll. Woodmere Elegant is fourth. Hillview Fred racing fifth. Then in sixth, up on the outside, CL's Boomtown and the Triller. Dandy Dexter is seventh at the half. It's Airborne AJ on top. Slack tide getting one of those 2-hole rides. Third at the rail, Northern Roll. The half in a minute. 4/5. CL Boomtown is on the move now on the outside, picking up third. Northern Roll at the rail now fourth. Dandy Dexter is fifth. Then in sixth, Woodmere Elegant. Hillview Fred on the outside seventh. They're halfway up the backstretch, going now to 3/4. They're led by Airborne AJ. Slack tide is second. CL's Boomtown on the outside, now third. Fourth is Northern Roll, 3/4 gone by. Airborne AJ in 1:31 flat. Backside 30 and 1, and the 7th division turning on down the lane. Airborne AJ the leader by 3. Slack tide is second. Dandy Dexter third. Woodmere Elegant towards the rail. Here's the finish in Division 7. Airborne AJ. Here they are. Sire Stakes for 2-year-old filly pacers on the rail, Lindale OK and Earl Smith. Miss Flamingo 2, from 2 and Danny Romo. Clonmel Cami 3 for Sean Dooley. 4 Reason to Cheer and Kenny Arsenault. Denaston Amy is 5 for Albert Bernard. 6 is Fernhill Joy with Claire McDonald. 4th division of the 2-year-old filly pacers now at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start. Lindale OK. Up the rail is leaving out. Miss Flamingo 2 now from the outside is second. Far outside, Denaston Amy 3. Deep around the turn they go. Shortest way to the front. Now, and on the inside is Lindale OK. Between them, Miss Flamingo 2. From the outside, Denaston Amy is third. In up the rail, Clonmel Cami now fourth. Racing fifth. Reason to Cheer. Then the trailer is Fernhill Joy. Moving along the backstretch, and Miss Flamingo 2 cutting it out now for Danny Romo. Second along the rail is Lindale OK. Up into third, Clonmel Cami. The opener was 31-1. At the rail, Denaston Amy now is fourth. Racing around the turn in fifth. Along the inside, Reason to Cheer. And the trailer is Fernhill Joy 6. They move off the upper turn. Down the lane, the opening half mile is up next. And Miss Flamingo 2 is going to get them there. Second along the rail, Lindale OK. There goes Denaston Amy back to the outside. Now third. At the rail in fourth, Clonmel Cami. Then fifth on the outside with the cover, Reason to Cheer. And the trailer, Fernhill Joy is sixth. They're on their way to the paddock turn for the second time they go. And the fraction setter, Miss Flamingo 2 on top of the half in 104-1. Denaston Amy now on the outside at her wheel second. Lindale OK at the rail third. Outside with the cover, Reason to Cheer now fourth. In fifth, Clonmel Cami. The trailer, that's Fernhill Joy. Halfway up the backstretch, they're going now to three-quarters. Led by Miss Flamingo 2. From the outside, Denaston Amy is second. From the rail third, Lindale OK. Reason to Cheer on the outside fourth. Racing fifth, that's Clonmel Cami, and Fernhill Joy from the outside is trailing three-quarters in 137-2. The undefeated filly, Miss Flamingo 2, gonna look for number 7 now. Denaston Amy on the outside is second. In up the rail, Lindale OK third. Deep in the lane, she remains perfect. Miss Flamingo 2. Here they are. The division of the Atlantic Sire Stakes. Miss Laurie on the rail for Albert Bernard. 2 is Remember Ali with Ernie Lappin. Miss Courtney Lynn 3 and Danny Romo. KR Quest is 4 for Doug Falkins. Kilcare and Princess 5 and Claire McDonald. Gambo 6 and Roddy Jameson. LF Hands on the outside 7 for Brian Moore. 2-year-old filly pacers in the 10th at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Remember Ali, the only one leaving in here. Moving into second now is Kilcare and Princess, then racing third. At the rail as they move into the turn is Miss Courtney Lynn. Pacing at it fourth is KR Quest. Gambo on the outside is fifth. Then in six, LFN. The trailer, that's Miss Laurie. They arrive at the opening eighth, and Ernie Lappin has Remember Ali cutting it out. Second along the inside as we move up the backstretch, racing to the opening quarter. Kilcare and Princess racing at it third now. In at the rail is on the inside Miss Courtney Lynn. Here comes Miss Laurie. Got away seventh, and she's now rushing up to be third on the outside. Racing at it fourth. At the rail, Miss Courtney Lynn. Then in fifth, KR Quest. Pacing six, LFN. And the trailer, that's Gambo, the opener, very comfortable, 34 and 2. Off that upper turn and racing down the lane towards the opening half mile. They're starting to pick it up a little now. On the front, Remember Ali, and she's joined now by Miss Laurie on the outside. They're bridle to bridle at the half. Racing at it third in the rail. Kilcare and Princess. Outside goes KR Quest now fourth. Then in fifth, Miss Courtney Lynn. Six is LFN. And the trailer, that's Gambo in seventh. They move to the paddock turn. The opening half was in 106. They're over to 5-8. Remember Ali on top. Kilcare and Princess is second. KR Quest driving on the outside now third. Miss Laurie At the rail is fourth. Racing from fifth, Miss Courtney Lynn. Then in sixth, a left hand, Gambo. At the rail is trailing seventh. They're at the three-quarters now. Remember Ali is out in front. Second is Kill Karen Princess. Racing third, KR Quest. They're by three-quarters in 1:37.1. The fifth division of the Atlantic Sire Stakes for 2-year-old filly pacers. The stretch decides it. Remember Ali on the front. Kill Karen Princess on the outside is second. Pacing third, KR Quest. Deep in the stretch now. Here's the finish. Remember Ali. Here they are. Tennessee Memorial Pace on the rail. Aaron M. down for Gilberto. Rapid Chuck from 2 and Jody Hennessy. 3 Good Cheer and Norris Rogers. 4 is 4x4 and Albert Bernard. Calgary Flutie is 5 and Paul McDonald. 6 a Quick Challenge and Claude Portier. Alfred is 7 for Rod Jameson. Hollyview's Jack from 8 and Gary McDonald. We're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the outside. Quick Challenge being sent. Racing is second is Rapid Chuck. Then at the rail in third is Aaron M. down as they move round the turn. Good Cheer is tucked in fourth. Pacing fifth is 4x4. Then Hollyview's Jack is sixth. Calgary Flutie is seventh. Alfred trailing. They all get rail spots at the hubless rail. As they move to the backside, to the opening quarter mile they go. And they're led there by Quick Challenge in line to Claude Portier. Second along the rail is Rapid Chuck. Racing from third, Aaron M. down. Then up the rail in fourth. As they move by the opening quarter mile, that's Good Cheer. Then in fifth is 4x4, 30 and 4 the quarter. Pacing from sixth now. They race round the turn. That's Hollyview's Jack. Calgary Flutie is seventh and the trailer Alfred in eighth. They're driving down the lane. The backfield's in motion now. They approach the opening half mile in the ninth. Getting them there, Quick Challenge. Pacing with a 2-hole ride. That is Rapid Chuck. Now on the outside and up third is 4x4. Fourth at the rail is Aaron M. down. Outside Hollyview's Jack fifth. Good Cheer now sixth. Calgary Flutie is seventh and the trailer is Alfred, the half in 1:01 and 3. They're now at 5/8. Quick Challenge is on top of the 2-length lead. Second is Rapid Chuck. 4x4 on the outside and now third. Hollyview's Jack is sent 3 wide fourth. Calgary Flutie out 3 wide fifth. Then in sixth, Aaron M. down. Alfred is seventh. Good Cheer trailing the field. They march on by the three-quarters now. Rounding that upper turn. Quick Challenge on top. But now coming up on the outside and set to take it away now. They're on by three-quarters. They were there in 1:33.1 and Hollyview's Jack turning on home now with the lead. Up on the outside, racing after them in second. Calgary Flutie along the rail in third. Quick Challenge trying to stay. Deep stretch now. Here is the finish. Hollyview's Jack. Going to the starter, first division of the Duck Acorn Stake for 3-year-old pacing colts. The prize money is $6,415. The stutters are All Talks Brother and Joe McRae. Bold Rooster and Ron Matheson. Chattahoochee and Gord Hennessy. Northern Rain and Earl Smith. Chap Jess for Alan Jones. Harry Sherwood and Danny Romo. Trailing Ornery Don, Phil Pinckney. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Chattahoochee is leaving out. Towards the rail is All Talks to Brother is second. Racing between horses. Ornery Dawn into the turn third. Boulder Rooster at the rail is fourth. On the outside, Northern Rain is fifth. Then in sixth, Chap Jess. And the trailer is Harry Sherwood turning to the backside. Chattahoochee at the rail. Ornery Dawn driving right up on the outside now. And they're going to match strides. They're bridle to bridle in here. Over to the opening quarter mile. And the leader at the fence, that is Chattahoochee. They arrive at the quarter 28 and 4. Ornery Dawn took a seat now in second. All Talk's Brother Along the Rail is third. Then in fourth, Bold Rooster. Northern Rain has fifth. Chef Jess is sixth. Harry Sherwood trailing the field seventh. They're marching down the lane. The opening half mile is up and coming. Chattahoochee on top for Gordy Hennessy. Ornery Dawn is second. Here comes Northern Rain now on the outside, starting to move third. All Talk's Brother Trail fourth. Chef Jess now on the outside fifth. Bold Rooster is sixth. Trailing the field, Harry Sherwood 58 and 2, halfway home time. They're on the back stretch, 3/4 up and coming. The leader, Chattahoochee. Northern Rain at his wheel on the outside second. Ornery Dawn up the rail, right with him in third. All Talk's Brother now fourth. Chap Jess on the outside fifth. Bold Rooster sixth. Harry Sherwood trailing the field seventh. 3/4 on the board in 1:28 and 3. They're inside of an eighth of a mile left to go. First division of the Duck Acorns in the lane, and Chattahoochee has them by 2. Ornery Dawn is second. Northern Rain third. All Talk's Brother is fourth. Deep in the stretch now. Chattahoochee, coast to coast. Here they are. Neon Willow from 2 and Walter Chevrolet. Woodmere Windrop from 3 and Gilles Barriol. Island Red 4 and Ernie Lappin. Clonmel Patterson from 5 and Paul McDonald. K.S. Pride is 6 for Earl Smith. Hookie's Nookie on the outside 7 has Kenny Arsenault. In back trailing 8, basically dominant for Gary McDonald. Second division of the Duck Acorn. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Beautiful start. Leaving out is Neon Willow, Island Red, Clonmel Patterson, Kaya's Pride. Way out there is Hookie's Nookie. They're 4 wide round the turn, and they're on their way past the 8th. Neon Willow towards the rail with the lead. Up between them, Clonmel Patterson and Hookie's Nookie. 3 high on the backside. Now to the quarter mile they go. Hookie's Nookie will clear for Arsenault. Second now, Clonmel Patterson at the rail in third. Neon Willow pacing fourth. Along the inside is Island Rat. They arrived at that opening quarter in 29 seconds flat. Hookie's Nookie clear by 4 at 3/8. Second is Clonmel Patterson. Neon Willow third. In at the rail, Island Rat now fourth. Up in the 50 is a Woodmere Windrop pacing 6. As they move off the turn and race down the lane, the opening half mile is up next. 6th along the rail is Tamerlane. Then in 7th, basically dominant, and the trailer is Kaya's Pride in 8th. They move by the opening half mile. Hookie's Nookie continues on the lead by himself. Second, Clonmel Patterson. 57 and 3 at the half. That second one was 28 and 3, and they're up the backside now, led by Hookie's Nookie. Clonmel Patterson going second. Here comes Woodmere Windrop up on the outside, now third. Neon Willow at the rail fourth. Then in fifth on the outside, Tamerlane. Basically dominant now 6th. 7th is Island Red and Kaya's Pride trailing the field. 1:29 flat. Down at 3/4. An eighth of a mile left to go. Hookie's Nookie at the rail. Woodmere Windrop on the outside challenging. Then racing third, Clonmel Patterson. They're in deep stretch now. Woodmere Windrop is taken over on the outside, Clonmel Patterson. Here's the finish. Woodmere Windrop. Here they are. Final third division of the Duck Acorn Stake. On the gate, Crappy's Accolade, Woodmere Fortune, Dexter's Best, Sirocco Fox, Paris Playboy, Hung Jury, and Southview Midnight. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Dexter's Best still leaving out. Racing towards the rail. That is the inside. Grampy's Accolade is going with them. Sirocco Fox is third into the turn. Pacing fourth. Along the inside. That's Paris Playboy. Racing after them fifth. The Southview Midnight. Hung Jury on the outside is sixth. The early trailer, as they move up the backstretch and out to the corner, is Woodmere Fortune. They're led by Grampy's Accolade. Dexter's Best is caught on the outside second. Sirocco Fox up the rail is third. Following up fourth, Paris Playboy. Hung Jury on the outside, now fifth. Racing sixth is Southview Midnight, and the trailer is a Woodmere Fortune. The opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Grampy's Accolade on the front. Dexter's Best is forced to go on. There's no spots for him at the rail. He's outside in second. Pacing third, Sirocco Fox. Then in fourth. On the outside with the cover is Hung Jury. Up the rail in fifth. That is Paris Playboy. Woodmere Fortune now joining them sixth. And the trailer, Southview Midnight, is seventh. They move by the opening half mile. They're three wide now as they go to the paddock turn for the second time. Grampy's Accolade on top, 59 and 3 at the half. Dexter's Best getting the air second. Third at the rail, Sirocco Fox. Hung Jury between horses fourth. Woodmere Fortune on the far outside, now fifth. Then in sixth, Southview Midnight, and the trailer, that is Paris Playboy. Over next at three quarters, Grampy's Accolade getting them there. In at the rail, Sirocco Fox now second. Dexter's Best third. Hung Jury is three wide, now fourth. 1:31 down at three quarters. They have an eighth of a mile left to go. Grampy's Accolade trying to close it out now. Sirocco Fox right on his back is second. Paris Playboy at the rail third. Hung Jury is now fourth. Deep in the stretch now. Third division of the Duck Acorn. Grampy's Accolade. Sirocco Fox on the outside. Not enough. Grampy's Accolade. Here they are. Gold Cup and Saucer Consolation, 1 Musco Chip and Greg Monroe, 2 Point Break, Glenn McKay. Den Master 3 and Brian Andrew, Gentleman J 4 for Doc Moore. Not Enough Funds 5 and Mark McDonald. Bob's Bunny 6, Gilles Barrio, Do Fire 7, Claude Poirier, Sandy Hanover 8, Mike McDonald. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Musco Chip and Den Master leaving. Up the rail in third into the turn is Sandy Hanover. Point Break getting fourth. That's Gentleman Jake now rounding the turn fifth. Bob's Bunny is sixth. Then in seventh, Not Enough Funds. The early trailer, Do Fire. Turning to the backside, Musco Chip at the rail has the lead. Den Master caught on the outside, now second. In at the rail, Sandy Hanover, pacing right there, third. Point Breaks away in fourth. There goes Gentleman J fifth. 29 seconds at the opening quarter. Then in sixth is Bob's Bunny, rounding the turn in seventh. That's Not Enough Funds and Do Fire. Turning down the lane for the opening half mile. They come backfield, well in motion now. Musco Chip on the front. Parked out is Den Master second. Sandy Hanover running the rail is third. Up on the outside fourth. That is Gentleman J8. Point Break at the rail fifth. Bob's Bunny is sixth. Seventh, Not Enough Funds. Do Fire, three wide trailing. 58 and 4 at the half. Turning now to the backside. Three quarters coming next. Musco Chip. Coming between them, Den Master, Gentleman J, three high third. Sandy Hanover wanting some room at the rail and nowhere to go fourth. Point Break fifth, three wide. Jacket four wide. Bob's Bunny swinging up. Three quarters in a 1:29 flat, and they're 4-5 deep now. And at the rail, Musco Chip, Sandy Hanover. Point Break is closing in at the rail. Bob's Bunny on the outside. Sandy Hanover. Here they are. Division of the Anne Shirley Stake with Fuzzy's Girl Grace and Danny Romo. She's No Fool and Jason Hughes. Blue Meadow Magic and Paul McDonald. Northern Velvet for Cliff Murphy. Lady in Control, Gilles Barrio. Silky Queen for Kenny Arsenault. Denastin Spirit is outside for Walter Chevrolet. 7th race, top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and facing. She's No Fool leaving out. Fuzzy's Girl Grace along the rail going with her second. Blue Meadow Magic is third into the turn. Northern Velvet tucks in fourth. Lady in Control fifth. Silky Queen sixth. The trailer Denastin Spirit. Over to the opening eighth now. And from the outside, going on to the lead is She's No Fool. Fuzzy's Girl Grace not gonna wait. Right from the 2-hole. And Romo wants her on the front and puts her right back there now as they approach the quarter. Second is She's No Fool. Then up the rail in third, Blue Meadow Magic. Up into fourth is Northern Velvet. Then in fifth, Lady in Control. Silky Queen is sixth, and Denastin Spirit is seventh. 30 and 4 was the opening quarter mile. Midway around the upper turn for the first time they go. They're chasing Fuzzy's Girl Grace as they move on by 3/8. She's No Fool along the rail is going second. Blue Meadow Magic now moving to the outside third. Up the rail in fourth is Northern Velvet. Lady in Control picks up the cover now on the outside fifth. Facing sixth is Silky Queen, and the trailer at the rail is Denastin Spirit. Moving down to the paddock turn for the second time. The 5/8's up and coming. Fuzzy's Girl Grace at the half in 102 and a 2. Second is She's No Fool. Blue Meadow Magic now third on the outside. Northern Velvet at the rail is fourth. Lady in Control outside of fifth. At the rail in sixth. Denastin Spirit, Silky Queen. From the outside is trailing seventh. Halfway up the backstretch, they're going now to 3/4. Fuzzy's Girl Grace getting them there. Blue Meadow Magic now on the outside. At her wheel second. She's No Fool. Along the rail is third. Lady in Control. Under heavy urging on the outside fourth. Northern Velvet is fifth. 3/4 gone by in 1:34 and 2/5. Division 1 of the Anne Shirley Stake. They're turning on down the lane. Fuzzy's Girl Grace at the rail. Blue Meadow Magic on the outside. Right with her now. She's No Fool at the rail third. Deep in the stretch. Blue Meadow Magic. Here they are. Island Rocket and Walter Chevrolet, Rivera City and Elton Miller, T-Bear Honey and Norris Rogers, Island Ribbon and Albert Bernard, Belden's Royale for Blaine Cole and Flopsy for Paul McDonald. Second division of the Anne Shirley Stakes for 3-year-old filly pacers. 8th race, top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and facing. Rivera City is leaving out. Island Ribbon is going with her on the outside. Island Rocket at the rail is third into the turn. Flopsy now is fourth. Facing 50 Bear Honey, then in sixth. As they arrive at that opening eighth, towards the inside now. That is Belden's Royale. The trailer is Harborview Nikki, turning up the backstretch. A little early battle on, and Island Ribbon is going to have some early say. Albert Bernard sends her to the front. Second, Rivera City, now racing after them third. At the rail is Island Rocket. Up into fourth, T-Bear Honey. Then in fifth is Flopsy. Belden's Royale is sixth, and Harborview Nikki trailing the field seventh. 30 and 2 at that opening quarter mile. Pacing on the way down to 3/8 they go, and Island Ribbon is the fraction setter. Rivera City along the rail is second. Pacing third is Island Rocket. Starting up on the outside fourth, there goes Flopsy. T-Bear Honey up the rail is now fifth. Then it's Belden's Royale in sixth, and the trailer is Harborview Nikki. They're halfway home in the 8th race. Led by Island Ribbon, leading it by a length and a half on Rivera City, getting a 2-hole ride. Third, at the rail is Island Rocket. From the outside, Flopsy is now fourth, the half a mile in 1:01 and 4. Racing out at fifth, T-Bear Honey. Up the rail in sixth. Belden's Royale, and the trailer. 7th is Harborview Nicky. They move to the backside, going now to 3/4. It's Island Ribbon on top. Island Rocket now on the outside is 2nd. Blueberry City right there in the pocket 3rd. T-Bear Honey along the rail is 4th. 3/4 in 1:33 flat. Down to an 8 left to go, and Island Rocket now on the outside is taken over. Island Ribbon up the rail is 2nd. Blueberry City now 3rd. T-Bear Honey up on the outside 4th. 2nd division of the Anne Shirley deep in the lane. Island Rocket. Island Ribbon trying to battle on back at the rail now. Island Rocket and Island Ribbon in the 8th race may need a picture. Division of the Anne Shirley Stake for 3-year-old filly Pacers. They're on the gate from the rail out. Drop Me Gently and Walter Chevrolet. Island Reba for Gary McDonald. J.K. Daisy and Joe Smallwood. Maybe Ellen, Danny Romo. Dusty Lane Reba for Jody Hennessy. Steal a Dream on the outside for Jim Smith. 10th race, top of the stretch. Here they come. They're often pacing, and leaving out is Island Reba for the lead. J.K. Daisy is 2nd. Maybe Ella 3rd into the turn. Racing 4th, Dusty Lane Reba from the outside 5th now. That is Steal a Dream, and the trailer is Drop Me Gently. They'll arrive at the opening 8th, and Gary McDonald has sent Island Reba to a 3-length lead in the early going now. Pacing 2nd along the rail as they move along the back stretch is J.K. Daisy. Maybe Ella racing after them in 3rd. Then along the inside 4th, Dusty Lane Reba. Steal a Dream is 5th. And the trailer Drop Me Gently 6th. They're on by the opening quarter mile. And the leader Island Reba showing the way. The quarter was 31-1. J.K. Daisy racing 2nd. Maybe Ella along the rail is 3rd. Dusty Lane Reba is 4th. Now on the outside, Drop Me Gently starting to move 5th. And the trailer, that's Steal a Dream, pacing 6th. They're on the way through the lane, and the half mile is up and coming. The leader in front of the grandstand for the first time is Island Reba. 2nd is J.K. Daisy. Maybe Ellen now starting to move to the outside in 3rd. Pacing 4th, Dusty Lane Reba. Drop Me Gently is 5th. And Steal a Dream trailing the field 6th. The half was 1:03. Midway around the paddock turn, they're going now to 5/8. Island Reba showing the way. J.K. Daisy racing a 2nd. Maybe Ella is 3rd. Pacing 4th, that's Dusty Lane Reba on the outside 5th. Drop Me Gently trailing 6th. Steal a Dream going now to 3/4. Getting them there, it's still Island Reba by a length on J.K. Daisy. Maybe Ella continuing 3rd. Dusty Lane Reba 4th. 1:34 down at 3/4. Rounding the turn with a shade more than an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Island Reba turning on down the lane. 2nd is J.K. Daisy. 3rd maybe Ella. They've been that way since the outset now. And they're in deep stretch. Island Reba. J.K. Daisy on the outside. Here's the finish now. Island Reba. Here they are. The Dairy Queen Futurity Final for 3-year-old trotters. Purse money is $10,000. On the gate, Dunmore Sky and Claire McDonald, Zoe's Crown and Alir Pino. Rustico, Bale Bay and John Pino. J.K. Pride and Joe Smallwood. Scarlet Sunset and Daryl McLean. Snow Trump and Boyd Leslie. Outside, Double Dark and Dirty for John Stewart. Rebecca's Trap in back, trailing for Teddy Smallwood. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and trotting and leaving out. Rustico, Bale Bay on the outside. J.K. Pride is 2nd, trotting 3rd on the outside. Scarlet Sunset. Then in 4th along the rail is Zoe's Crown. Trotting into 5th. At the rail is Dunmore Sky. Up in his 6th now, Rebecca's Trap. Round the turn, Snow Trump is 7th, and the trailer, That is Double Dark and Dirty. They're on route to the opening quarter mile. John Pino has sent Rustico Bale Bay off to a 5-length lead in the early going. Zoll's Crown is second, racing up on the outside. There goes Scarlet Sunset in third. Dunmore Sky is away in fourth. Up the rail fifth. Rebecca's Trap. Then in sixth, No Trump. Double Dark and Dirty is seventh. And the trailer, J.K. Pride. The opener was 32 and 4. Midway around the turn for the first time they go. On the front, Rustico Bale Bay, taking them on by the 3/8. Scarlet Sunset is second. Here comes Dunmore Sky, striding up on the outside third. Off stride at the rail goes Scarlet Sunset now. They're racing in front of us for the first time. They're over to the opening half mile. Rustico Bale Bay with the lead. Dunmore Sky is second. Trotting up third is Snow Trump. Now J.K. Pride is fourth. Zoll Crown fifth. Then in sixth, Rebecca's Trap. Double Dark and Dirty is seventh. And the trailer, that's Scarlet Sunset, the half mile in 105 flat. Midway around the paddock turn. They're over now to 5/8. Getting them there, Rustico Bale Bay. Second is Dunmore Sky, trotting third. On the rail is Snow Trump. J.K. Pride on the outside fourth. Then in fifth is Zoe's Crown, racing sixth. Double Dark and Dirty. Rebecca's Trap is seventh. And the trailer is Scarlet Sunset by 3/4. Rustico Bale Bay on top. Dunmore Sky, the filly, is coming right with them now. 3/4 gone by. They're inside of an eighth of a mile left to trot. In the Dairy Queen final now. In at the rail, Rustico Bale Bay, trotting his stride on the outside. Dunmore Sky now. And the two of them fight it out in the lane. Colt on the inside, filly on the outside. Have the photo set. Dunmore Sky and Rustico Bale Bay might need a picture in here to separate them. Weak pace on the way to the starter. He's All Talk for Walter Chevrolet. Too Fun to Be Illegal in Kenny Arsenault. Rumba's Star and Alan Tracy. Feature event for Claire McDonald. Silverwood Diane and Brian McPhee. Azari and Shane Bernard. Gone Bananas outside for Toby McDonald. In back trailing WW. For Mike Campbell, 10th race. Top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Good start. Leaving out. Too Fun to Be Illegal. Rumba's Star, and He's All Talk going right with them at the rail. 3 wide up front as they go around the turn. Up between horses. Feature event now is fourth. At the rail, WW fifth. 3 wide in 6. Gone Bananas. That in 7th, Silverwood Diane, and the trailer, that's Azari. They're out and going in here now. Up the backside, led by Too Fun to Be Illegal. On the outside, Rumba's Star coming to take over. Then on the outside at third, feature event at the rail in fourth. That's He's All Talk. Gone Bananas on the outside is fifth. The opener, 30-1. They're over now to 3/8, and they continue to battle on the front. Rumba's Star at the rail. Feature event on the outside. Too Fun to Be Illegal in the pocket third. Gone Bananas on the outside fourth. He's All Talk of the rail fifth. There goes WW, sent outside sixth. Silverwood Diane now seventh, and the trailer on the outside, that's Azari. 4 in, 4 out. They're going now to 5/8, 101 and 1/5 at the half. Feature event is now the leader. Gone Bananas is now the challenger. Pacing at it third. Up on the outside, WW. Rumba's Star at the rail fourth. He's All Talk on the outside fifth. And again, they're 3 wide going to 3/4. Now He's All Talk going to make it 4 wide. And the leader is Feature Event, leading it by 2. WW is second. On the outside, He's All Talk third. 3/4 gone by in 1:33 3, an eighth of a mile left to go. And Feature Event trying to close it out. WW is second. He's All Talk third. Gone Bananas at the rail is fourth. Deep in the stretch. Feature Event holding on. Outside WW. He's All Talk is there, but it's Feature Event. Here they are. The papermaker pace with Endangered and Danny Romo, Rosina's Road and Gary McDonald, Lark Whistle and Walter Chevrolet, Maple Grove Helios and Harold Shepard, Burnin' for Kenny Arsenault, Princetown Jamie and Claire McDonald, Rymar Jim and Paul McDonald. The trailer is Jagged Storm. Steve Mason, 11th race, top of the stretch. Here they come. They're off and facing Endangered, Rosina's Road, and Lark Whistle are leaving out from the far outside. Rymar Jim is into the turn fourth. Racing fifth. At the rail is Maple Grove Helios. Then in sixth, Jagged Storm. Burnin' is seventh. And the trailer, that's Princetown Jamie. They're en route to the opening quarter mile now. And up front, the leader, Endangered, in line to Danny Romo. Here comes Lark Whistle and Chevrolet to take it away now. In at the rail second, that's Endangered. Up into third. Racing along the inside as they pass by that opening quarter. Fourth, Maple Grove Helios. Here comes the backfield well in motion now. Jagged Storm's on the move on the outside. They arrive at the quarter. 29-4 for the opener. Lark Whistle fronting the field off the turn for the first time with Jagged Storm up and driving. In at the rail, racing it from third. That's Endangered. They're in front of us, approaching on the half mile. Then in fourth, that is the inside, Rosina's Road. On the outside, fifth, that's Burnin'. Sixth, on the outside, Rymar Jim. Seventh, Maple Grove Helios. Princetown Jamie trailing the field. Opening half in 102 flat. Midway around the paddock turn, led by Lark Whistle. Jagged Storm on the outside, second. Third at the rail, that's Endangered. Up on the outside, fourth. Burnin'. In at the rail, pacing fifth, Rosina's Road. Then in sixth from the outside, pacing seventh. At the rail, Maple Grove Helios. Princetown Jamie on the outside, trailing. Three wide, they go on by three quarters. Lark Whistle at the rail. Between horses, Jagged Storm. Burnin' on the outside, third. 1:33 2. 3/4 of a mile time. And the stretch will decide it now. Lark Whistle on top. Jagged Storm on the outside. Burnin' is there. Rosina's Road and Endangered. Deep in the stretch, it's Lark Whistle. Here they are. Evening's 12th race, 38th edition of the Guardian Gold Cup and Saucer for $20,000. One Victorious Breeze, Doug McGregor. Two Acton Amigo and Gary McDonald. Comedy Hour 3, Gilles Barrio. Elite Colleen 4 and Doc Moore. Bow and the Fiddle 5, Walter Chevrolet. Village Jet 6 for Dave McGinnis. 7 Southview Matt, Brian McPhee. Energy Level is 8, John Holmes. Here they come. They're off in the Gold Cup and Saucer. Leaving out, that's Comedy Hour, Elite Clean on the outside. Victorious Breeze at the rail into the turn third. Right up with them in fourth now is Energy Level. Acton Amigo along the rail is fifth. Then in sixth, Bow in the Fiddle. Seventh, Village Jet, the trailer. Southview Matt to the outside. Along the backstretch, Gilles Barrio has sent Comedy Hour right to the lead. Victorious Breeze away in second. Energy Level at the rail is third. Racing fourth, that is Elite Clean. Backfield going in motion now. Upon the outside of fifth, Southview Matt. Village Jet following him. On the outside is seventh. Then the trailer, Bo in the Fiddle, opener in 30 seconds flat. Off the turn, down the lane, half a mile up and coming, and the leader, Comedy Hour. Here comes Energy Level now, sent to the outside, he's second. In at the rail, third, Victorious Breeze. Southview Man on the outside, now fourth. Elite Colleen fifth, Acton Amigo sixth. Then in seventh, Village Jet. Bo in the Fiddle, trailing eighth, the half mile in 1 minute. 2/5, turning now to the backside. Comedy Hour turning it on in the front, opens up by 4. Energy Level now second. Victorious Breeze third. Southview Matt is tipped 3 wide, now fourth. Racing after them in fifth, Village Jet. Bo in the Fiddle circling up, 1:30 and 1 down at 3/4. It is the 38th Guardian Gold Cup and Saucer, turning on down the lane, and it's all Comedy Hour. Southview Matt is second. Bo in the Fiddle looking third. Deep in the stretch now. Gil Berrio gets Comedy Hour home. Then it's Bo in the Fiddle, Southview Matt, Village Jet, Acton Amigo, Elite Colleen, Energy Level, and Victorious Breeze. Presenting the winner of the 38th edition of the Guardian Gold Cup and Saucer, number 3, Comedy Hour. Bay Pace and Gelding, 6 years by No Nukes. From Belly Laugh by Niatros. Owned and trained by David Bishop of Easter Riverside, New Brunswick. Gil Berrio made no mistake about it. He put him on top at every station tonight. Time for the mile in the slop. 2 minutes on 3, Comedy Hour. Breeze 8th. 2, Acton Amigo 5th. 3, Comedy Hour, the race winner. 4, Elite Colleen 6th. 5, Bo in the Fiddle 2nd. 6, Village Jet 4th. 7, Southview Matt 3rd. 8, Energy Level 7th. The fractions were 30. 1 minute, 2/5. 1:30 and 1. Time for the mile, 2 minutes.